Good evening, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Revamp'd. Revamp'd is a gospel music platform that gives us a sneak peek into watching two of our favorite gospel artists celebrate each other. Tonight, we're going to kick this thing off with two of my favorite, the incomparable Lisa Knowles-Smith and the legendary Taffanie TUTU Agee. Ladies and gentlemen, Revamp'd. Welcome to Revamp'd. Tonight we have none other than the incomparable Lisa Knowles-Smith and the legendary Taffanie TUTU Agee. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We're just going to jump right into our Revamp'd questions tonight. And we're going to start with our first question. How has gospel music, particularly the quartet genre, how has that impacted your life?
You know, I think for me, growing up in a quartet family, I was born into a quartet family. I think the impact has been major. It's become my life, if I could just be honest. Singing quartet music and traveling, doing what I'm doing, has become my life.
Wow. And for me, the greatest impact has been we actually made a living through singing. We would sing on the weekends and traveled the whole summer. And, our parents didn't have to work. We sang for a living. So it made an absolute big impact on my life.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you hear the word legend or legendary associated with your names, what do you feel?
Ooh, I think I feel like I'm not worthy of that title. I think for me, I never started off singing for recognition or to be, quote unquote famous. So hearing the word legendary makes me understand that that it's not about me, but I can't help, and I guess I'm humbled and honored when people feel like that. But I think, how you feel?
I feel the exact same way. I feel very humbled. I don't feel like I'm a legend.
Yeah.
Even though I've sang for years and I've made records and I did all this stuff, and still, I believe that there's more. I don't think I'm a legend.
Me either. I can agree
I don't
with
think
that.
I'm a legend.
So Lisa, would you say that you've been influenced by TUTU's contribution to quartet music?
Absolutely. I think TUTU and the truth that she's made a huge impact on my life, I would say that paved the way for me to be able to do what I do. Kind of watching you as a kid, Brown Singer sang your songs, and I walk around the house and just act like you from time to time,
Wow.
So, she is a legend in my eye, and I say that, just answer the question saying, I don't think I'm a legend, but you're a legend in our eyes.
Wow.
The younger generation, you paved the way for me to be able to do what I do now.
Wow.
So, huge influence on my life, huge influence.
So TUTU, when you hear someone like Lisa, who is currently impacting the lives of little girls and women in quartet music, say that you've impacted her, how do you feel? Like, what does that do for you?
Oh gosh, it actually causes some emotions. I mean, she is phenomenal. I mean, Lisa Knowles has sang with some of the best. I mean, and for Lisa Knowles, to be doing lives and singing my music, and then the Lifetime Achievement Award, Lisa actually did a tribute, and I cried like I was at a funeral.
Wow.
I couldn't take it.
Wow.
And Tammy was in Oklahoma doing the same thing.
Wow.
Trinity and Taffanie, we was all crying, because it's just like, a woman of her caliber to take time out to honor, a group.
But see, you're thinking like that, and I'm thinking it was an honor for me. And I think it's beautiful for you to be able to smell those flowers while you live. To know that there's a generation of young women who have been completely inspired by you and your song and your style and your outlet. We still, listen, I'm still trying. Let me see if I can get one of them notes out.
Wow.
So, I mean, we're sitting here, and both of you are such large figures in what you do. Would you say that it was harder for you to achieve the success because you're a woman in a male-dominated genre of music?
For me, I don't think I felt the effects of that because of the fact that I was a small child whenever we started. And so, I didn't see a lot of the stuff that probably Lisa has experienced, because we were children.
Yeah.
We were children. And my mom and my dad, shielded us from a lot of the stuff that went on. And I'm pretty sure it went on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, because of the fact that we were children, we didn't really, we were just glad to be out there singing.
I think for us, you paved the way for us to be able to follow in your footsteps. I think of, music videos, and I was telling you about a show that I watched. It was you and Doc McKenzie and the Williams brothers and the Jackson Southerners. You had a curl. We ain't gonna tell nobody, but she definitely had a curl. But to see her as a teenager command that stage and that audience and have that moment, that paved the way for me. And to see you with, all of those men, and you kind of held your own, it also kind of gave us a boost of confidence that we could do it too. Wow. So yeah, in a very male-dominated genre of music, we've had some struggles, but you definitely paved the way for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
In this industry, and so since you said that you didn't really feel it as a woman coming up, what would you say has been your greatest challenge, each of you, and how did you overcome those challenges in this business?
I think for me, again, kind of coming up, by the time I started singing, which was in the 90s, there was a lot of female quartets and a lot of, so kind of trying to find your authenticity and find your lane, because I was a kid and I fell in love with like Kim Burrell and, the Pace Sisters. And so I started doing riffs and runs and merging our music with other genres. So kind of trying to find a lane was probably the biggest challenge for me. I'm sure that was kind of different for you because you were like you were trailblazing.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And, as I said, I was a child. And so there was a lot of challenges that I did not experience. But maybe one that I could speak of is I feel like I did not get a childhood.
Wow.
Because we were traveling. We would travel on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come back home for school Monday through Friday. And then, of course, during the summer months, after we, got out of school, we would travel the whole 3 months.
Wow.
And then we would get back home and the day before school started to start school. So we would have to go get school clothes and get ready for school and then go back out of town that next weekend.
Now I'm laughing because you wanted a childhood and I wanted a teenage adulthood. I wanted to go to the club. Wow. My mom was saying, you can't go to the club. You got to sing for the Lord. I sang for him. I snuck maybe to one club, maybe one club. So similar, kind of similar. Because I think, growing up doing this, you lose your life in the road and want to really sing for Jesus, and you really want to, live the life that you sing about. I really found that I wanted to do that. I was really passionate about trying to live the life that I sing about, even as a teenager.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think for me, as I said, a challenge of not getting experiencing a childhood. We did play a few sports, and I remember one time where I had a volleyball game, and right after that volleyball game, we went on the road. We went on the road, and I was tired, and I actually did not want to go. And my daddy was like, "You going? You going?" Yeah. So
here's another question that I have for you, because both of you grew up in groups, and are world renowned with those groups. Now taking steps out or doing things on your own sometimes as individual artists. What's the mind space?
I think I just have really been blessed. It's funny because I probably have never shared this story, but it was Vicki Winans that said that my name should be in the front of the Brown Singers. I went to go sing with Vicky.
Wow.
I did some stuff with her, and she said, I think you should, put Lisa in the front of the Brown Singers. I came home and told my grandma, my mama, and they was like, let's do it.
Wow.
So I think it was their mindset to establish a space for me to stand on my own outside of the Brown Singers.
Wow.
So, they were okay with saying Lisa Knowles and the Brown Singers because it created a space for me to be who I am today.
Wow.
So how cool is that?
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think for me, this is something new because I never imagined myself as a solo artist.
Wow.
I've always had the Truthettes behind me. They were my comfort.
Yeah.
As long as I had Tammy in the background, we've had many members, down through the years. But as long as my second lead, Tammy, was behind me,
you knew you was good.
I knew I was good.
Yeah,
I knew I was good. So this is a new space for me. I've been TUTU for the Truthettes all these years, and now I believe that God has called me to step out. I have a ministry outside of the Truthettes.
Right.
I am a person.
Yes.
I'm a minister.
Yeah.
I am an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Outside of the Truthettes. God has given us, He's given you influence over this group of people. He's given me influence that the Truthettes may not be able to reach.
Yeah.
But TUTU can reach people that the Truthettes may not be able
That's
to.
right. That's right. I'm excited about that too.
Me too. Me too.
So when you hear, I was involved in a couple of conversations. So when you hear the titles, Queen and Crown Princess of Quartet thrown around in conversations or debates about you two, what are your thoughts?
I don't really, I don't get off into that type of thing because there's room in the kingdom for both of us. As I said, Lisa has those that God has set up for her to influence and to bless. And then that's for all of us. So I don't get caught up in that. Now, if I'm your queen, I'm your queen.
Yeah.
If Lisa's your queen, she's your queen. But you will never hear me say, I'm the queen of quartet or I'm this of quartet, because the Bible says, let another man praise you. But I'm humbled to be in this position.
I feel the same way. I think I found that you can't get caught up in the hype of, what people say. Because if I be honest, I never imagined that I'd be here today.
Wow.
When I started singing, I just love to sing, and I still feel like that. So opportunities that I get, I know it's all God. I've learned something from one of my favorite comedians. He said, don't read the comments. So I don't read the comments.
That's good.
Yeah, I just do what God has called me to do, and I don't be studying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Lisa, what are you currently working on?
I started a record label in 2015. Really exciting and excited about it.
Wow.
I've gotten the opportunity to be able to kind of help other artists, aspiring artists, upcoming quartets, work on getting their music coded and doing artist development and different things. I really like being behind the scenes. Like, it's really a joy of mine. So, still doing stuff with the Brown Singers, working on some new music and traveling and doing that. But this label stuff that I do is where my heart is. I probably sing forever, but I love doing that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I've actually got a single coming out. I'm so excited. After all of these years, I've got a single coming out. I've got my own eyelash and eyeliner glue line. So that's the eyeliner and the glue together.
You put it on and you
then
just
you
put the
stick that
That's the
eyelash
one.
on there. And I'm actually wearing Simply TUTU.
Come
so
on.
all of my lashes, you've got peanut butter and jelly.
Woo!
You've got the hold my hand style. You've got the every step of the way style. You've got what is another one? All of my lashes. It's one of the names of my song.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That is so cool and creative. So I need a pair of hold my hands, peanut butter and jelly.
Simply TUTU.
Simply TUTU. I want all of them and the eyelash glue. And
Yes.
you gonna see me batting around here talking about, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry right now.
and they kind of small, so they kind of for the reserve.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
for the kitty, because we dramatic. We
are.
dramatic.
Yeah,
Simply TUTU.
Can't you tell?
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. So I've got that going on, and I have my own T-shirt line called Rich Grace.
Yeah.
God gave me that a couple of years ago, and I've experienced the grace of God, and it's so rich. And So I'm excited about all that God is doing for me. And I want you guys to follow me on Instagram at TUTU Agee. I've got Taffanie TUTU Agee Ministries, Facebook, and then you can find me at TUTU Taffanie Agee. And then I have another page, TUTU Agee. I got all these pages, don't I? I need to combine.
We're just gonna follow. Well, we're gonna follow all of them.
Yeah, but you gotta help me because you know this new stuff.
I got you.
You ought to see me tipping and trying to figure out. Calling my kids.
I love it.
Calling my kids.
So yeah,
so we're excited, y'all. We're excited. Just be on the lookout for what God is doing.
Yeah.
We got time for a couple more questions, and then we're going to get out of here. So Lisa told us that she was influenced by you. Give us a little bit about your style and your sound. How was that developed?
You know what? And Trinity and I, my daughter, we were discussing that. I don't know. It's God.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody that I pattern myself after. It's God. You know that deep.
We were talking about like every step of the way and some of those songs. So did you write those songs, or how did those songs come about?
Doug and Melvin Williams of the Williams Brothers, they were our writers, and also the late great Frank Williams.
Wow.
Yes,
okay.
They wrote all of those songs, every step of the way, making a way. God has always stood by my side, speaks to me, humble me, flowing.
Humble me.
Yeah.
I remember all of them.
Jesus.
See,
Yes.
I told you. Wow, very influenced by that style and that sound. I think maybe, I was wondering and thinking about what was it like, being with the Williams brothers, and they were so famous. They were sweeping around their own front door and doing all that kind of
and
stuff.
I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody.
And how was that?
It was awesome. They were so humble and so patient with us because, of course, we were children and we had to stop. We had to get breaks and run to the bathroom and, and stuff. And then we would get sleepy, those late night sessions. But they were so humble. And Frank Williams, God bless his soul. He was just the most phenomenal person, very understanding, just very patient, very gentle, very gentle. Where do you think you got your style?
I think I was inspired by a lot of people. I mean, of course, I got a chance to pay tribute to you, and you were a big influence on me and my songs and style, and I think you were, and probably some of the other ones were very, very influential.
Let me ask you this. So, how did Work on Me come about?
Oh, wow.
Tell me about that.
So, listen, I was in school and I was a teenager trying to sing and travel and do music. And literally, I was, thinking about slapping somebody. I had a real bad attitude. Pray for me. Don't do no judging. A whole lot of praying. And I had a bad attitude. And I was thinking about slapping somebody. And I was thinking, like, that's not how this is supposed to go. And I wrote the words. Anybody here ever know you did wrong? You sat on your bed, you cried all night long. And I wanted to I was smart enough, even at 14, to know that you needed biblical backing for your songs. So I found Psalms 51:10. David saying, create in me a clean heart. And maybe out of context when I wrote it, but definitely the message was, I need God to work on me. And at 14, and here we are,
And look, that song, it was on Facebook. There was Chinese.
Yeah.
That went viral.
Yeah.
That went viral.
I think Work on Me is probably my most hood song. That's all my hood friends love.
Anybody know it will?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So here's the thing, Lisa, do you have a favorite song that TUTU's performed?
Oh, absolutely. Every Step of the Way is my favorite. I could listen to that song over and over and over. And I listen to the old version, which y'all, y'all stacked up on the album cover. Y'all was ready. Boom, 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 right there.
Wow. I think for me, absolutely. I've got more. I've got a whole lot of brown singer songs that I love. But if I had to choose one, it would be Work on Me. And Work on Me, I never tried to sing that. But man, I listened to that song last week and I just couldn't take it. Because I'm like, I'm a wretch undone. I really need the Lord. I need him to work on me. I couldn't.
I know you texted me and told me you couldn't take it.
Yeah, I couldn't take that.
So
I couldn't take it.
Would you guys do us a favor tonight? Would you guys take your favorite songs from each other and sing together?
Why not?
Let's do it.
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Lisa Knowles-Smith and the legendary Taffanie TUTU Agee. It's
Revamp'd. I love it.
Lisa, I like this part right here. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You better say it. Anybody here ever know you've done wrong? You sat in your bed and you cried all night long, toss and turn from life ups and down, down. Then you look for your friend and they couldn't be found. You told Jesus, I need you to come see about your baby. Come on and work on me. Come on, Lisa. Oh, I said early in the morning. Hey, then I say later, oh, late in the midnight hours. Oh, yeah. Hey, I sure need him tutu. I sure need him, Lisa. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Come on, I want to hear you sing this part. Why don't you stay right there? Hey, work on me. Anybody need the Lord to do a little work on you? I sure do need the Lord to do a little work on me. It was David that said, Tutu, created me a clean heart. Yeah. And renew the right spirit within me. Yeah, come on, yeah. Won't he do it? Oh, yes, he will. Yes, he will. What you feel about him, Tutu? Oh, yeah. I hear the Bible say, after that, the Holy Ghost has come upon you. You shall receive power. You shall receive power. I need your power. I need your power. I said, I need your power. I need your power. Yeah, yeah. I need you to do a little work on my heart, Lord. I need you to do a little work on my hands, Lord. Yes, God. Guide my feet, Lord. I need you, Lord. I need you, Jesus. Anybody need the Lord? Yeah. Jesus. Please work on me. Come on and see about us, Jesus. Yeah. Woo. This feel pretty good. How you feel? Yes. I'm feeling good. Come on. Thank you, Jesus. Yes. Lisa, you remember this song? I grew up on this song. Okay. This is a classic right here. Hey. Here we go. Woo. You were right there beside me. Yeah. Every step of the way. Hey. Oh, you were right there beside me. I feel this thing, Lisa. I feel it. Yes, God. Hallelujah. Every step. Yeah, Lord. Now I want you to do the verse, Lisa. Woo. There's never been a time when you left me alone. No, never. Every time I got a little weak, you were there to make me strong. Yes, yes, yes. Though I walk through the midst of trouble, my God, Thy will revive me. I shall stretch forth my hands against the wrath of my enemies, and my right hand shall save me. I've had my share, had my share of pain. Yes, God. Thank you, Jesus. And I had to go on through the rain. You were there for me. Yes, grooving.